my name is Andrea and I am a designer in Oakland.
What?
Yes, so that's some new news. We moved in together in our new apartment in Oakland, which is where we're filming right now, which is pretty cool.
We're no longer partners in crime. We're partners in housing, in life, in drinking, in many things. It's great.
Today, we are reviewing a beer from Roses Taproom, an Oakland original. This one's a Kolsch. I am really looking forward to it. Let's talk about Roses Taproom for a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about it. It's a new establishment on the Temescal kind of area.
New?
It's newer, yeah.
Okay.
It's newer. And it's a newer little brew pub. They have pretty interesting tap selection. My real highlight there is just like the vibe of the bar. It's very artistic.
I'm a sucker for a beautiful space, and that place is just beautiful. They even call it on their website, it is, what was it?
It was like a jungle.
A beer jungle.
Beer jungle.
It is a beer jungle. And I am not just a sucker for a beautiful space, but also for plants. And they have plants everywhere. It's literally a jungle.
Everything in there is very beautiful. The bar, like the back bar, is covered in like beautiful tile. I feel like it's like if you designed a bar.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Well, that makes me feel very flattered.
Yeah, the other thing I will say about the bar is kind of similar to a lot of the places we reviewed. They don't just serve alcohol, they also serve really good food. And last time we were there, they gave us a whole loaf of bread and it was hella good.
Anyway, enough about the food. We're here to talk about beer. I wanted to just look at this beautiful can, talk about it. It gives me the same vibe that I get when I go into a tap room. It's like the combinations of colors. So here we have a palette that's greens, pinks, browns, but then this blush in the background is kind of like matte, and then you have some contrasting metallic colors that are like very outstanding.
I think also there's just like kind of a really nice, like it's not hard edged at all. There's no real like sharp edges. Everything kind of reminds me of like the cartoon Doug. It's all kind of loopy. Even the edge of like the graphic is like a band, like a sine wave.
Yeah.
You have like all this kind of loopy, the font. So the beer is called All Together now. And I think that is like a very interesting piece, is that it's called All Together now, and it's got all these hearts, and their space is supposed to be a welcoming space for people.
You saw them as hearts.
Yeah, they're hearts.
I see them as roses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look, they have like 3 little bumps instead of 2.
But then also I'd like to just take a look at this. We reviewed a beer not that long ago where everyone was the same skin color in the beer. And in this beer, you have someone who's clearly darker skin with green hair. And you have someone who's, a different kind of like shade of bronze with like kind of an orangish hair.
Yeah.
I think that this is sort of a beer that's attempting in a weird way to represent maybe the fact that Oakland is a very diverse place that has a lot of people coming together in a safe space. No matter who you are, what you are. Like
we also see a woman enjoying a beer and a guy enjoying a beer. That to me is like, it doesn't matter what your gender is, you're still able to enjoy a beer. I think there's been kind of a stigma of like, beer goes hand in hand with being a man. Roses Taproom, I think they really aim to like break that stereotype. It's
totally.
A feminist environment. Like you go there and it feels very like, has this feminine vibe, and they even mention that in their about section of their website, which is pretty cool. I think another interesting thing and more about the language is beer brings people together to like have a moment, right? Like a moment of reunion, a moment of like seeing your friends that you haven't seen in a while. And just the fact of like being able to go and grab a beer kind of like makes that connection.
So true.
Right?
Yeah,
And so
so
I
true.
think that kind of like that's what the Altogether title like reminds me of. And to like your point earlier, talking about how everything is rounded shape and not hard edges, is because everything round is more friendly. Wow! Hard edges are dramatic. Round is like bubbly, right?
I didn't know that.
It's fun.
Now I'm learning some design stuff
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
All right, let's drink.
All right. Yes. Let's give it a taste. See how it is. See if it brings us all together now. Kolsch is always an interesting beer to me in that it's a sweeter one. So we'll see how this
Oh
is.
yeah.
See if it's as sweet as getting together with an old friend and sharing a beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, it's nice. It's actually not very sweet for a Kolsch.
I do feel this kind of like honey note though. And
Yes.
at the end, there's some bitterness. So it starts very light. It has,
Yes, it does end bitter.
it's very crisp. I can feel the carbonation right away.
Yeah, there's honey in there.
There's honey for sure. I mean, that's the first thing I notice. And then it ends in a bitter note.
Yeah, it's a nice balance.
I think if it was colder, this will be bomb.
Let's go grab a cold one.
We'll do that right after this.
Here's the final piece, and what we always get down to with candid feedback. Does the beer match the design?
I would say so.
Okay.
It's
I would
like,
agree, yeah.
Chill. Let's cheer up. It's a good combination of beer and can design. Okay, well, that's all that we have time for in this episode of Candid Feedback, where we look at really cool can design and taste the goods. If you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe, and cheers. Have a great night.
Until next time.